Hello world, Assalamu alaikum. This is Songlab News Now. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus leaves for US on September 23, 2024, addresses UN General Assembly on September 27, 2024. Dhaka, September 21, 2024, BSS. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus will depart for New York on September 23 to attend the 79th United Nations General Assembly (UNGA) as he is scheduled to deliver his speech at the high-level general debate on September 27. In his speech, he is expected to highlight the remarkable mass uprising over the past 2 months in Bangladesh and reaffirm his commitment to establish a pro-people, welfare-oriented and public interest-driven state mechanism. Foreign Adviser Md Touhid Hossain said today. The advisor was speaking at the curtain raiser media briefing on Bangladesh's participation at the 79th UNGA at the Foreign Ministry here. He said the chief advisor's speech would also feature issues such as Bangladesh's strong stance in international peacekeeping, climate change, global conflicts, Rohingya crisis, challenges faced by developing nations in achieving Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), preventing the illicit flow of resources and safeguarding migrant rights. The chief advisor will stay in New York only for 3 days, departing for Dhaka on September 27. He said, adding that the chief advisor will board on commercial flights, not a charter flight like the previous heads of the governments. Highlighting the significance of Professor Yunus's participation, Hossain noted that the Nobel laureate is highly respected globally and his remarks will carry weight on the international community. It is important to note that the interim government of Bangladesh has initiated reforms aimed at building a new Bangladesh, and this UNGA session presents a great opportunity to showcase our inclusive, justice-oriented vision to the global community, he said. During his stay in New York, he also said the chief advisor is expected to hold bilateral meetings with the prime ministers of the Netherlands, Pakistan, and Nepal. Besides, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, President of the European Union, UN Secretary General, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, President of the World Bank and USAID Administrator will call on Professor Yunus to have bilateral talks. The foreign advisor emphasized that human rights and government's reform initiatives will be the central themes in these discussions, with Bangladesh continuing to make commitments on the human rights issues. This year's UNGA is particularly significant for Bangladesh as it marks the 50th anniversary of Bangladesh's membership in the United Nations. He said, adding that Bangladesh will host a high-level reception on September 24 in presence of Professor Yunus, marking the milestone. We expect delegation leaders from various countries, senior UN officials, head of several international organizations, and possibly some heads of state to attend, he said. While asked for names of the head of governments or states likely to attend the Bangladesh reception, the foreign advisor said the confirmed participation is still speculative. In contrast to previous delegations, which ranged from 100 to over 300 members, this year's delegation members will be limited to 57, largely comprising security personnel. We are committed to avoid unnecessary expenses, ensuring that only those with direct responsibilities at the UNGA will accompany at the will accompany the Chief Advisor Hossain explained. In the 73rd and 74th United Nations General Assemblies, Bangladesh's delegation consisted of 344 and 335 people respectively. The 75th session was held virtually due to COVID. Despite COVID restrictions, 108 people attended the 76th session, 138 people attended the 77th session, and 146 people attended the 78th session. I cannot say why large delegations used to go before, I don't know. But the current government has decided that expenses need to be reduced and unnecessary spending is not allowed, said the advisor while responding to a question. He said that Professor Yunus's esteemed global reputation has attracted significant attention from prominent international media outlets seeking interviews, along with numerous invitations for bilateral meetings and high-level engagements. However, given his brief 3-day stay in New York, it will be difficult to accommodate all requests, he added. Responding to a question, the foreign advisor said there will be no bilateral meeting between Chief Advisor Md Yunus and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the schedule of the two leaders is overlapped. However, Hossain said he will hold a bilateral meeting with Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on the sidelines of the UNGA. Responding to another query regarding the meeting agendas with his Indian counterpart, the foreign advisor said he would discuss how Dhaka and New Delhi would maintain a good working relations between the two neighboring nations. Besides, the foreign advisor said on the sidelines of the UNGA he will represent Bangladesh at several important meetings, including the Non-Aligned Movement (NAM) ministerial meeting, the Commonwealth Foreign Ministers meeting, the Islamic Cooperation Organization (OIC) ministerial meeting, and the annual ministerial meeting of the Least Developed Countries (LDCs). Additionally, we are organizing a high-level side event on the Rohingya crisis, Hossain said. The foreign advisor said Bangladesh views multilateral diplomacy, particularly through the UN, as a key platform for safeguarding its national interests. Each of the priority issues on the UN agenda holds great importance for Bangladesh. We are committed to actively participating in all relevant events that align with our national interests, he added. The theme of this year's general debate is Leaving No One Behind, acting together for peace, sustainable development, and human dignity for present and future generations. I vote একটি স্পর্শী একটি ভোট সমগ্র জাতির জন্য একটি চূড়ান্ত নির্বাচনী সমাধান। আই ভোটের নকশা প্রস্তুতকরণ দুটোই হয়েছে সর্বসাধারণ ভোটারদের জন্য, যেন সবাই একটি স্পর্শী একটি ভোট দিতে পারেন। I vote instant registration of voters, instant creation of executive positions, instant nomination of candidates, instant vote event management, instant result of the vote event. This is the voice-over text of this news published in the Bangladesh Sanbad Sanstha on September 21, 2024. Thanks for watching. Comment, share, and subscribe when you like.